So many changes and speculation on the proposed negative gearing and capital gains tax coming up in the federal government budget that's going to be delivered just in a couple of weeks, which got me thinking. Most people in the electorate are saying, hey, can you make these changes without it being taken to an election first? These are major changes. Should we have had this brought up at an election? I want to let you know that Australia actually has form on this. And this isn't the first time it's happened, and this is totally doable by this government. So I'm going to give you some examples. So if we talk about big reform changes, we had the stage 3 tax cuts back in 2024. So they were redesigned by Prime Minister Albanese. But when they were first promised, it was going to be a bigger deduction, a bigger tax cut for higher income earners. And this was changed. Not as part of an election, it was just changed as part of the normal due course of being a government. We also had MRRT changes, so the mining tax. This was back when the Gillard government, she replaced an earlier proposal. Again, did not take this to the electorate. Then we've got the introduction of GST. So we do know that there was a never ever will this ever happen. Then it was taken to an election. And then there was changes afterwards. So then we had the partial exemption to food, fresh food, etc., and the GST as we know it. There was also massive superannuation tax changes back in 2016 by the then Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. This included transfer balance cap, lower contribution caps, changes to Div 293 and carry forward contribution changes. Some were positive, some were very controversial. We've also had temporary budget repair levies, and this has happened. The last one was during the Abbott government, and this can happen because of a natural disaster. Again, these have never been taken to an election. So Australia as a whole doesn't operate on a system where no tax change without an election mandate. Instead, it works more like governments propose tax changes during their term and voters judge them afterwards. So the voting is going to happen at the next election. So there is nothing stopping this federal government from making any changes that they want to change, anything that they want to bring in, whether we agree with it or not, whether we think it's fantastic, it doesn't matter. Voters are going to vote next time at the next election. There is nothing stopping them from doing this, and we have precedent in this country that it's been done before. So if you think this can't be done without an election as a mandate, them actually being voted in, that's their mandate. They have the power to do what they want, and then we vote them and judge them afterwards. If you haven't already done so, hit the follow button for more.